1950s America. Ordinary citizens look up and swear they see flying saucers streaking across the night sky. Newspapers scream of alien visitors. Panic spreads. But behind those headlines lies a truth buried deep in CIA vaults. One that has nothing to do with aliens, and everything to do with America's most secret plane. In 1947, pilot Kenneth Arnold reported saucers darting near Mount Rainier. He described them moving like stones skipping across water. The press ran with it, and the term flying saucer was born. Weeks later, Roswell, New Mexico. A mysterious crash. Locals whispered about alien craft and bodies. The military first claimed it was a flying disc, then quickly backtracked, calling it a weather balloon. Suspicion only grew. By the 1950s, UFO reports exploded across America. Farmers, airline pilots, even generals swore they'd seen strange lights. The U.S. Air Force launched Project Blue Book, an official investigation into thousands of sightings. Headlines screamed of alien invasions. Movies like The Day the Earth Stood Still tapped into the fear. Americans believed contact was near. But what they didn't know was that another drama was unfolding. In total secrecy. Behind closed doors, the CIA was building a plane unlike anything seen before. A jet that could soar higher than any pilot imagined. Its name? The U-2 Dragon Lady. In 1955, the U-2 made its first secret flight. Reaching 70,000 feet, it soared above weather, above radar, above the known limits of aviation. To those on the ground, its glinting silhouette looked not of this earth. No commercial airliner flew that high. No military jet could reach it. So when people spotted a shining object gliding where nothing should exist, their only explanation was UFOs. At dawn and dusk, the U-2's silver body caught sunlight, glowing like fire. To airline pilots cruising thousands of feet below, it seemed like an alien craft streaking across the heavens. Sightings skyrocketed. Civilian pilots radioed in glowing discs. Families swore they saw strange objects hovering. Radar picked up unexplained blips. The skies of America became a theater of mystery. But inside CIA offices, there was no mystery. Each night's UFO flap was quietly checked against U-2 flight schedules. Time and again, the sightings matched perfectly. Project Blue Book faced pressure to explain. Yet they couldn't expose the U-2. So the Air Force offered other explanations. Weather balloons, swamp gas, atmospheric tricks. In July 1952, UFOs appeared over Washington, D.C., even buzzing the White House. The nation panicked. But years later, CIA studies quietly revealed many of those sightings lined up with secret high-altitude flights. Radar operators were baffled. U-2 flights, too high and too fast, caused ghost blips that seemed to vanish and reappear. To controllers, it looked like craft defying physics. To the public, nothing could explain these skies except aliens. UFO clubs, books, and lectures spread across America. People wanted to believe. And the CIA? They let them. The CIA realized something powerful. UFOs provided the perfect cover story. As long as Americans obsessed over aliens, no one asked the right questions about secret flights over the Soviet Union. Instead of denying UFOs, officials leaned into the mystery. A flying saucer panic? Better than admitting America had a spy plane sneaking above enemy territory. UFO hysteria distracted not only Americans, but also the Soviets. Every rumor, every tabloid story, became a convenient smokescreen for real espionage. Project Blue Book's investigators knew many reports were explainable. Yet they also knew they couldn't reveal classified aircraft. Their job became not truth, but misdirection. Commercial pilots swore they saw glowing discs darting at impossible speeds. They had no idea they were watching U-2 test flights, glinting silver miles above their altitude. Air traffic controllers grew paranoid. The U-2's unusual altitude fooled radar, causing strange echoes that blinked on and off. To operators, it felt like chasing ghosts. When UFOs swarmed Washington in 1952, some even over the White House, Americans demanded answers. Decades later, CIA files revealed many of those aliens were simply spy planes. In the CIA's secret journal Studies in Intelligence, officials admitted more than half of all UFO sightings from the late 1950s into the 1960s were U-2 flights. Still, the public couldn't be convinced otherwise. UFO clubs exploded in popularity. People gathered with binoculars, convinced Earth was under surveillance by beings from the stars. Hollywood fed the obsession. Movies like Earth versus the Flying Saucers cemented the image of glowing discs. What no one realized: reality was stranger and far more human. Even Soviet intelligence struggled. Their agents suspected America had advanced craft. But with UFO rumors flooding Western media, truth and myth blurred together. In the chess game of the Cold War, UFO hysteria became just another piece. America gained cover, while the Soviets were left guessing. What began as fear turned into fascination. Americans weren't just afraid of UFOs anymore. They were obsessed with finding them. Officially, Blue Book dismissed most cases as natural phenomena. Unofficially, its files contained secrets it couldn't explain, not because of aliens, but because... Officially, Blue Book dismissed most cases as natural phenomena. Unofficially, its files contained secrets it couldn't explain, not because of aliens, but because of the U-2. When officials claimed UFOs were just weather balloons, believers pushed back. To them, the lights and sightings were proof of alien technology, and the government was covering it up. For the CIA, deception wasn't a side effect, it was the plan. UFOs became camouflage for one of the most daring intelligence programs in history. Think about it. America's most advanced spy plane was flying in plain sight, and the world believed it was aliens. The perfect mystery. Too fantastic to expose the truth. When the U-2 was replaced by the State Route 71 Blackbird, UFO sightings continued. Once again, America's cutting-edge aircraft blurred the line between technology and alien myth. In the 1980s, stealth aircraft like the F-117 added fuel. Angular black silhouettes seen at night were unlike any plane the public had ever seen, yet again mistaken for UFOs. Today we call them UAPs, unidentified aerial phenomena. Pentagon reports admit many sightings remain unexplained. But history warns, some mysteries are man-made. Even now, parts of the U-2 program remain classified. Decades later, the full truth about those Cold War skies is still locked away. The U-2 story shows how secrecy can shape belief. Entire generations grew up convinced aliens were visiting, when really, it was their own government's shadow. Science said the sightings were explainable, but mystery was more powerful. People clung to the idea of extraterrestrials, because truth felt ordinary compared to wonder. Even today, when we see strange lights in the sky, the question remains: is it alien, or is it human? The U-2 proves the answer isn't always what we expect. From the 1950s onward, UFOs became cultural icons. They inspired movies, books, and conspiracies. Few realized their origin traced back not to space, but to a spy plane. The Dragon Lady still flies today. Nearly 70 years later, it remains one of the most successful spy planes in history. And its shadow lingers in every UFO myth it inspired. The Pentagon now investigates UFOs again. But after decades of secrets, how can the public ever know what's truly unexplained? And what's just another hidden aircraft? The lesson is clear. When governments hide the truth, myths rush in to fill the gap. The skies become not just battlegrounds of technology, but of imagination. Perhaps UFOs endure because we need them. A world of spy planes and politics feels dull. A world with aliens? That feels exciting. Mystery keeps us looking up. So next time you see a strange light in the sky, ask yourself, is it a visitor from the stars? Or just another secret America doesn't want you to know? The truth is out there. But sometimes, it's flying at 70,000 feet.